I think about this a lot, especially being in the direct to consumer world and facing some immediate headwinds with the iOS 14 update and losing some of my great access to data. But I think first party data strategies are going to be critical for the direct to consumer environment, especially as Facebook and Google, with their change in the cookie world coming soon too, is, we've gained all this, we've made all these strides on how we've leveraged data to inform our consumer journey, make it more effective, drive higher conversions at lower costs. And now we're losing all that access. And so how are we going to play and stay competitive, and really kind of going back to our foundation, which is, our site, our experience, all of our first party data that we can access to really still enrich in our consumer experience. So that's like more of our pressing immediate need that we're still like in the thick of. I mean, this thing just got pushed a month ago that, I'm looking at leaders across the industry in the digital space as we're all kind of navigating this and trying to figure out the best path forward. The more aspirational side, though, that I'm hopeful for, and that I think is more relevant from a branding standpoint, especially in the consumer space, is, I mean, we all know tech's not going anywhere, innovation's not going anywhere, it's not going to slow down. But how can we start building a more empathetic experience? I mean, with all of these advancements in AI, AR, VR, et cetera, that still feel probably very distant and futuristic to many of our companies and brands. But tech has accelerated and still feels like this machine robot that has created almost an aversion from the consumer. I mean, literally, we're getting people to opt out of data and whatnot, which I get. But how can we start evolving that and using these new platforms and technologies to build a more human experience and kind of bring people back to like why we have people fall in love with our brands in the first place, and like enriching that storytelling and those connections. So that's my, the two sides that I'm kind of constantly thinking about, and ensuring that, Tushy's playing in both arenas effectively.